There are plenty of wireless gaming headsets out there in the market, and today what we have here is the Logitech G435 wireless gaming headset. This is the gaming headset they are saying to incorporate their Lightspeed wireless technology, and after using it for about 3 weeks time, this is my experience using the Logitech G435. To start off this review, I have to say Logitech has done a great job at designing this headset, starting from the packaging. This box is probably the smallest headset box I have ever seen so far. In our arsenal of gaming headsets, even some of those non-wireless ones, they come in a way bigger package than they ever need. And that's the reason why Logitech is so committed at this, because of their targeting on sustainability. So in case you don't know, the Logitech G435 is actually certified as zero carbon or carbon neutral, at least from that perspective. In terms of accessories that comes with the G435, is actually pretty basic but crucially important. Apart from the headset itself, you also get the Lightspeed USB-A dongle. You can plug this into your PC, Mac or PlayStation, and you can enjoy Lightspeed wireless with this headset. And they also included a USB Type-A to Type-C charging cable, a fairly long one at that. This is about 2 meters long, actually way longer than any other accessories charging cable they have provided. So they have 2 reasons why they want to give you this kind of cable. Number 1, you can actually charge the headset while you're using, or number 2, you can also use this headset as wired mode. You can just plug it into the PC and then connect the other end to the headset, and you can use it as like regular wired headset. Other than that, it's just paperwork, simple instruction manual and a sticker. So one thing I did mention about how Logitech is so into this sustainability, they actually also included a very interesting piece of instruction teaching you how to remove the battery in case you want to dispose this headset. Actually, battery is not very easy to dispose of stuff, so you probably have to like separate it out. So, but hey, at least they have this provided, so good job, Logitech. Now back to the design of the G435. As you might have known, recently Logitech has very into all these kind of neon colors and how to say cheerful color scheme, things like that. Same goes to the G435. You will have 3 different color schemes. The one we have here is the black and neon yellow. You can also opt for the blue and raspberry. Blue and raspberry is a very interesting color. Otherwise, if you don't like black and bright colors, you can also go for the off-white and lilac color scheme. Now the key highlight of the G435 is the compact and flexible build quality. As you can see, you might not think that this is a very lightweight headset, but I kid you not, this headset is extremely lightweight to a point that I won't believe this is actually a wireless headset if you don't tell me so. I believe how they can achieve this is through several ways. Number 1 is the chassis design, or the frame design is mainly constructed out of plastic. Of course, plastic is not actually a bad thing, but you get this kind of flexible build. They don't have any sort of metal frame to secure the how to say this adjustable hinge on this thing. Basically everything is just plastic on plastic railing and things like that. And when you wear it, you can actually adjust it to a certain point. But here's the thing I want to complain about is actually most of the users, the primary complaint is that it doesn't really support users with big heads. I don't have a really big head, but this is the maximum adjustment, and imagine you have tall head, then you might have a problem whereby the ear paddings is like pressing on your ear. What do you call this? Earlobe or what? Apart from the full plastic construction, they also use fabric for the headband and the ear cup. And I'm not sure if you can see from the video, the internal of the ear cup is actually not covered by any sort of foam or fabric. It is just straight away plastic grill on it. So if you have a fairly big ear, you might touch it. Now as for the buttons, there's a power button. On top of it is a LED status light, volume rocker, and a mic mute button. Underneath the mic mute button is the USB Type-C port for charging and if you want to use the headset in wired mode. Interestingly, you won't find any sort of mic arm on it because they have chosen to use this kind of beam-forming microphone for the mic. And this is how the mic sounds like.
Mic test, mic test. This is a microphone test for the Logitech G435. The small part gnawed a hole in the sock. The fish twisted and turned on the bent hook. Press the pants and sew a button on the vest. The swan dive was far short of perfect. The beauty of the view stunned the young boy. 2 bluefish swam in the tank. Her purse was full of useless trash. The colt reared and threw the tall rider. It snowed, rained, and hailed the same morning. Read verse out loud for.
Microphone quality is not as good as what I think it is. Probably because of the beam forming microphone has certain limitations what they can do, but at least in terms of the compactness and what do you call that, good looking, yeah, maybe if you don't like mic arm, this is the one for you. Frankly speaking, for Discord chats and online classes and conferences, you won't feel much of the difference there because your sound is going to be compressed and sent through the internet and then play back through, I don't know, the recipient's speaker. All in all, I would say the microphone works for games and online conferences. Just don't expect it to have studio quality or what's not from this thing. And as for the audio quality, is pretty decent. If you're into games, then I would say you probably will appreciate how the bassy kind of profile it has. But for those who are audiophiles and they want to have very clear and pronounced vocals and things like that, then of course you are not going to use this headset for that purpose. This is more designed towards gamers and general users. At the end of the day, sound quality and the sound profile is more onto the personal preference side. For me, I think this is an excellent headset for games and things like that. What I really enjoy is the light speed wireless technology. How Logitech is able to conduct this thing is really good because I use wireless headset a lot at my home. I have Corsair wireless headset as well as a Cooler Master wireless headset at home. So sometimes I would use them for my online conference calls and I would move around the house and listening to the conference. And to my surprise, Logitech's, the dongle, I would say their wireless connectivity is way more stable compared to the Corsair and the Cooler Master ones. I basically can move around my house and I didn't notice any sort of drop connectivity. Good job, I guess. As for the Bluetooth connectivity, I won't say too much about that. Bluetooth at the end of the day is still kind of restricted by whatever codec your device is able to send the signal from the phone or the device to the headset. Logitech did say about low latency Bluetooth connectivity. I would say it is usable. You can play games on your phone and then use this headset without any issue. But of course, if you play all those what do you call those rhythm games on phones, then you might notice the latency is there and you might have some off notes and things like that. Now speaking of the Bluetooth, initially I thought, universally, how we get used to Bluetooth devices, you long press on the power button and then it will go into the pairing mode. But this is not the case for the G435 because when you long press the power button, it will only turn on the headset. And in order to get it into a pairing mode, you will need to turn it on first, Afterwards, you have to hold the power and the mic mute button for about 3 seconds, I guess, and then the LED light will start flashing in blue color, and that simply means that the headset is into the Bluetooth pairing mode. And there are a lot of quirks. They have some features you will need to refer it to the online user manual, as they are not printed on the paper manual here. For example, if you are halfway through using the headset with the dongle, if you want to switch to Bluetooth mode, you will have to hold the mic mute button for it to change from the dongle mode to Bluetooth. And the battery life. For a headset of, I think, about 165 grams, you cannot expect it to have long battery life, simply because of they cannot put in a big battery in this headset. Logitech has mentioned how the battery life on this headset is about 18 hours. I didn't manage to test it out for a long run. However, throughout my 3 weeks of testing, I did charge it for about once or twice about that. And I did notice the battery life is shorter than the Corsair and the Cooler Master. So at the end of the day, for the price of 299 ringgit Malaysia, is this a good wireless headset to buy? I would say yes. Personally, I really like how this headset feels on my head. For 300 ringgit, I think the battery life is decent. The sound quality is pretty good, and most importantly is the comfort of wearing this headset. Frankly speaking, compared with the Corsair, I love the Corsair, really, but it has one main weakness. The build quality has become a double-edged sword for that headset. It's too heavy and the clamping force is simply too much. For this G435, because of its lightweightness, the use of fabric and memory foam ear pads, it is just so comfortable to wear for long periods of time. Even for like 2 hours of non-stop meeting, especially when you have those, I don't know, guys who always keep on talking but they can't stop the meeting. You get it. So this is a really good headset for that purpose. Even games, 2 hours, 3 hours, not a problem. So yeah. So what do you guys think about the Logitech G435? If you have any questions about this headset, you can leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.